What's going on, Nickapoo Troop? It's your boy. Today we're going to be going over yet again 3 pieces of news. Instead of just cramming them into the little 60 seconds or less with Nickapoo, I'm just going to be making a big video like how I did last time. So without further ado, grab your chicken jockeys and let's get into the video, shall we? Hey guys, before I let you go too far into the video, I just want to say that only 1.4% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. If you love supporting little small creators like me on YouTube, then please do me a massive favor.
And you know what else is massive?
And hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification so that you're notified on any videos that I make in the near future. And that's all I wanted to say. Go enjoy the video now. Bye! Now, because I started the video off with a funny Minecraft movie reference, I might as well talk about the Minecraft movie first. I feel like the movie so far can be pretty much classified in these simple clips that I'm going to put together.
Don't worry! I'm going to cushion our fall with this water bucket! Release! Flint and steel! 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 The nether!
The nether! The nether! The nether! The nether!
Chicken jockey!
Your head is huge.
By that, you can probably tell that I have little to no faith in the movie. Like I said last time in the news video, I still feel like this movie is gonna be a rip of the Jumanji movie. It's like, oh look, it's the thing that you like from this one game. Buy merchandise now! I just feel like the only thing that's gonna be able to save this movie is maybe Jack Black's performance. Also, I'd just like to mention, have you noticed that every single movie nowadays that's like a video game adaptation has Jack Black in it? I feel like 2 examples come to mind when I'm talking about this. This movie and also to the Borderlands movie. But like I said, no hope for this movie. I just feel like it's probably gonna suck, and it will suck, but I'm just gonna be here for the ride. Now, something completely unexpected that I don't think any of us were even listing on our bingo cards right now, the Shrek 5 teaser trailer. Now, right off the bat, obviously the models have changed and people aren't liking it, which, I mean, I understand. They look very different, but I feel like people are being way too harsh on the models. I feel like they look fine, except for Pinocchio, which he looks kind of off. Even more so than the actual characters we care about. Also, I'd just like to mention that at the end of the trailer, Mr. Funny Masked Man says, "Oh, damn." Oh. So I'm guessing that they're trying to bring back the more cruder humor that we've usually associated with like the earlier Shrek films. Also, they mentioned all the Shrek memes. How funny! Wow, so Gen Z. Wow, we're so hip with the times. I'm also guessing this movie's gonna focus more on Shrek's daughter, Felicia, I think? I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for the Shrek 5 trailer. It's a trailer. It's something, alright. I guess I'm interested in what happens to the movie. That's the reaction Dreamers wanted to get out of me. Now, with those 2 trailers out of the way, I could finally get to the trailer I wanted to talk about in this video. The How to Train Your Dragon live action video. Woo! I feel with this one, this is like the only case scenario where I can actually imagine a live action adaptation of an animated film working. Like, you're not gonna have like a 5-year-old say to you, "Man, The Lion King was such a good film. I hope that Disney makes a live action remake so I can see the hyper-realistic lions talk to each other, and also get a prequel that nobody wanted that got beat by Sonic 3 in movie theaters." Like, Vikings were an actual thing, and dragons were an actual mythos that Vikings had, you know? Like, this works as a concept for it being live action. I also don't know why in the people thought that the girl who was hired to play Astrid would do a bad job in doing the role of Astrid. Like, it wasn't uncommon to see mixed races as Vikings, you know? I think also, too, the director of the film, who also directed the original animated version, which that makes me even more excited about the movie, even replied to the controversy on Twitter saying that he was looking for a person who could capture the soul of the character, not the presence. And by how she delivered her lines in the trailer, I could definitely say that, yeah, she captures the soul of the character perfectly well. I'd also like to mention that the dragons in this movie look absolutely perfect. They are a clean adaptation of the dragons from the animated film to live action. It feels really authentic and just really refreshing, if I'm being honest. Like, we've gotten so many dog water adaptations of beloved classic films, Mufasa, that I felt like if this movie was to come out, I felt like it was just gonna be really bad. But because we got actual evidence that it was gonna be good, I have a lot of faith in this movie now. Like I said when I started talking about this movie, the original director for the first How to Train Your Dragon movie came back to redirect this one. So yes, I strongly believe that this movie is going to be great. No questions needed. Also too, because I need to get this video over 10 minutes because YouTube is a bitch, I might as well go over my version of DDLC because CapCut got shut down, and with it all my previous projects that I was working on got scrapped as well. So yeah, I guess I'm just throwing it in here now. For time's sake, I'm probably just gonna summarize what I wanted to talk about in that video. So without further ado, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Now, of course, this was actually not going to be a comic. Nay, it was a concept for if DDLC turned into a TV show that would premiere on something like Adult Swim. Instead of recapping the main campaign or the side stories that came with DDLC Plus, this was instead going to be its own thing, a more episodic take on the club, if you will. An employee over at the meta place that was mentioned in DDLC Plus would insert a file of code that would help stabilize the game. With that, 2 new characters would appear, and the entire game would just be like new. I'm also going to briefly summarize the girls' personality, because yes, they are different, especially Natsuki. I will save her for the end. Monica is the same, lovable, perfect, control freak-esque girl that we all know and love her to be. I also made her part of the tennis club because I'd imagine her being the type of girl that would play tennis on a weekend. Sayori is still the lovable bundle of sunshine that she is in the game, mixed with a little bit of that depression because Dan Salvato wanted to give her that little extra spice. I'd also imagine her having ADHD and autism because, you know, she seems like the type of girl that would have that. Yuri is still the quiet, timid bookworm that she's always been, with a little bit of that edge with her. Get it? Because knife. She does have a Russian accent, like my friend Baja Radio suggested. Now I know the girls are supposed to be Asian, I think. At least I think that's what their race is. Russia isn't too far away from Japan, and by far away I mean like a whole country away. But I mean, it's not that bad. Natsuki, instead of her being some sort of
Tsundere. You're just saying that because of my breast milk fetish.
Guys, I'm gonna keep it for real with you. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest with you. I made Natsuki a trap star in this adaptation. Monica passed the lip pack. They should be hidden on Salvato. Okay, not technically to that extent, but I feel like she will be a lot more different than how she is in the game. I feel like she's gonna be a lot more chill with some aspects from the game thrown in there. Like, for example, her not being like, you know, being called cute because, I don't know, I guess she's just like that. I feel like she's kind of like the Deadpool of the group if Deadpool didn't break the fourth wall and that role was handed over to someone like Monica or something. And yeah, that's about it for the main 4. Now let's go over those 2 extra characters that I mentioned earlier. First up is the MC, and if you've been around the internet for long enough, you already know who this is based off of. It's based off of our favorite New Zealander. I'm talking about Radical Soda, baby. Hell yeah. If you've watched his videos, then you pretty much know what Radical Soda's personality is like. I don't really feel like explaining it, so yeah, that's about it. To me, I feel like the MC in the game is way too dull and way too monotonous to be put into this show that's technically kind of like a parody of the show it's based off of. I feel like out of all the club members, I feel like he's the one that is just trying to keep the girls together and just not lead into chaos. And with that wraps up the character of the MC, or Bowser, or Radical Soda. And now it's time for our final character, which I bet you weren't expecting. Yeah, there's a 6th member now. Introducing to the stage, Libitina, or Liv, as I put her nickname as. Now I know some of y'all might be thinking, but Nick, Libitina isn't even part of the group. She was, if anything, a cameo or a little Easter egg put in by the developer. And to that I say yes. But, like I said before, this is a adaptation / parody of DDLC, so I could do whatever the f I want. She's a lot more quiet around other people, but when she gets to know the club members, she becomes a little bit more of a social butterfly. I feel like adding a new club member would not only just freshen up the formula of the original game a little more, but I feel like it's a good way to just get more plots for episodes to be going, you know what I'm saying? And that's about it for the characters and the overall plot of the show. I mean, there isn't really one, I mean, other than just the origin that I mentioned at the beginning of this. I just feel like, if anything, the shows are more episodic and just a new plot happens with each episode that comes out. And I think that's about it for the whole DDLC show concept that I had in mind. And now the video's at 10 minutes. Yay, you made it. Good job. If you're still here, then I love you. If not, then, I don't know. I'm gonna go cry. And that's about it. Like the video, comment, share with a friend, and subscribe for more cool stuff like this. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye-bye! And bazinga.
The net and speed. Chicken jars.